Hello all, this is Anand here. Welcome. So we were seeing the past year question papers for data entry operations for grade 9 and 10 for their board exams. I mean computer science grade 12, right? Uh, Computer science, right? So today we are going to see April 2024. So you can see this is the question paper, but since there is no space here, I'm taking it to the editable version, and then I'll put it in the paintbrush, and then I'll explain the questions. You can see the question paper here. So these are all MCQs of 1 mark each, and then after that it starts with 1 mark definition, then fill in the blanks. Okay, find the output, right? Find the error. Okay, all these questions you see here. So you can see the questions in the question paper. This is April 2024. So this is what we are going to see. There are totally 39 questions. All right, so let's move on to the questions. All right. 1 minute. So let me share the whiteboard. So now I'm going to share the questions. You see here the tag in HTML allows the user to create an image in web page. Which tag in HTML allows the user to create an image in web page? So image, img, image, and im. So these tags. And the second question is the dash attribute is used to specify the URL of image for the web page. So this is very simple answer. So the first one is, you can take a note because I'm sending this in the learning resources. I'll be sending this. You can download and you can refer the question paper. Okay, so image. So img tag, and the second one is src. So these two are the answers for the first two questions. I mean, in the first question, there are two subdivisions. The first subdivision B is the answer. The second subdivision A is the answer. So we'll move to the next question. Again here. So the file print in presentation is equal to, and second one is control plus n in presentation is equal to. So these two are the questions. So the print, how do you print? You print using control plus P. This is the common for all printing in Word document, in Excel and all. In presentation also control plus P, and control plus N is to open a new document. So new document, that is control plus N. Okay. So you have to understand this actually. I already know all this, but these are the board question example. See how easy is this? It's not very difficult. So the third one, so the OL tag is used to create a and dash list in HTML. It is an ordered list. Okay, ordered. So it's not organized, it's not unorganized, it's not unordered, because it's ordered one. So ordered L, right? OL means ordered. All right. Fourth question. See, the square root of x is a function is a dash function in C++. You know very well it's not a string, it's not a character, it's not a text. It should be mathematical function. So hash include math. You have to include hash include math. So this is how you have to specify the header function to work on the square root of x. All right. So sorry for that. All right. So next question, question number 5. So some are either or questions. Even in the multiple choice, it is either or questions. Which of the following is used to mark any text italic in HTML? So very simple questions. The second one is, which of the following is used for displaying the text NIOS in bold underline? So now the first one, you see italics. Italics means I, right? So I will be the answer. C is the answer for the first one. The second one is bold and italic. So the B. Here also it is B. Right? Bold and underline. So B, U. Bold and underline. Sorry, not italic. Bold underline. So B and U. It's not BU. It cannot. So and it has to close with bold and underline, and then underline and bold should be closed. So it should be in that order. Okay, so second one is B is the answer. All right, next question. Question number 6. Okay, dash is used to represent tags in HTML. So what symbol is used to represent the tag? So the answer is B, right? So you will use like this, right? So you use A and then close A like this. So you use the angle brackets. Face is the attribute of what tag? Right? Face is the attribute of what tag? You can tell the answer if you know. So the answer is font, right? So C. Font face, right? You have to represent the font tag. So the second, the B one is the answer. The answer for the second one is B. Sorry, C. All right. So we'll move to the next one. That is question number 7. Question number 7. A pointer is a variable that represents the location of a data item such as variable, array element, both A and B, and program. So it is not a program. It represents the location of a data item, variable, and also the array element. So it is the answer is C. C is the answer. It represents the location of data items such as both variable and array element. So the answer is B. And the second one is find the output by the following program segment. So now A is equal to 22. So if I say B ampersand A means it will contain the address of A. Ampersand A means it will contain the address of A. So the value is 22, but the B will contain the address of A. Suppose if I say star B means it will contain the value of A. Because address of A, what does it, the address contains? The address contains the value which is 22. So star B will contain 22. So star B is what? 22. Now star B is what? Star B plus 2. So 22 plus 2, that is 24. So star B, when I print star B, it will give the answer as 24. 24 is the output. Okay, all right. So we'll move to the 8th question. All right. So dash file format is the best option for images with transparency effects. Transparency effect is a PNG format. This is the answer. PNG is the answer for transparency format. File format option for images. Only if you say images means all 4 are for the images. But for transparency effects, PNG is used. All right. Next question. Question number 9. So dash attribute is used to specify the thickness in HR tag. So what is the answer? The answer is size. If you want to specify the size, the thickness is size. So HR, if you want to specify the size of the line, so you have to specify the size. So size is the answer for this question. All right, next is question number 10. So dash is a component of the OpenOffice Impress window which displays the name of the file and name of the application along with the minimize, maximize, and the close buttons. So close buttons, where will it be? The minimize, maximize, and the close buttons will be in the title bar. So title bar is the answer for this question. So answer is B. 10B is the answer. All right, next is dash feature allows us to embed objects. Already the word embed is there. Objects like charts, pictures, audios, videos, etc. in our document. It's a 1-mark question. So it's an object linking and an embedding. That is the answer for that. So the answer is 11B. 12. You have 12 is an either or question. So fill feature of OpenOffice supports which of the following types? So autofill features, you have the numerical also, you have the numerical string also. So both numerical and string. So the answer is 12C. And the second one is active cell in OpenOffice Calc is identified by having. So how will it be? It will be a thick line, right? Black outline will be there. Thick black outline. So the answer is 12. Second one is answer is C for the second one. All right. Next one is expand. Third question is expand ISP. It's a 1-mark question. So internet service provider, that is the answer for it. So internet service provider. Okay, the octal equivalent of 200 base 10. So what is the octal equivalent? So what you have to do for the octal equivalent, you have to divide by 8. So 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 5 is 40. So 8 again, 8 times 3 is 24. And then what? It is 24 and 1. Right? So this here it is 25, it is 0. So 310 to the base 8 is the answer for this question. So next one, binary equivalent. So 45 I divide by 2. So 2 times 20 is 40. 22 is 44 and 1 is the remainder. 2 times 11 is 22, so 0 is the remainder. 2 times 5 is 10, so 1 is the remainder. 2 times 2 is 4, so 1 is the remainder. 2 times 1 is 2, so 0 is the remainder. So the answer is 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. You have to go from bottom to top. So it is 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1 to the base 2. You have to write the base. So this is actually the binary equivalent. You have to divide the number. So, okay. So all right. So we have done with the 14th question. We'll move to the 15th question. So what is the output? It's an either or question. So let me paste both the questions. This is one question, or the either or. I'll put the other question. So this one an or. This is an or. Wait a minute. Let me paste this 15th question to the top, little top. So this one is the either or. So let me first answer this, no space there. So let me answer this, after that or I'll tell you. So now x is 15 is given. You have to, what is the output if x is 15 and y is 6. So I'm getting the inputs as 15 and 6. I give the input. So 15 is greater than 6, right? It is true. So smiley face will be is the output. Suppose if 15 if x is less than y, then sad face is the output. So now the output is smiley face is the output. All right. So next one is or. So this is what will be the output if x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. So now what happens is, you see here x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. So here z is equal to 3 times 3, which is 9. 9 plus y, which is 4, that is equal to 13 is the value of z. Now if z is greater than, what is the value of 2x? 2x is 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3 times 4 is 12. So it is 6 plus 12, which is 18. Right. So z is greater than 18. Z is what? 13. Right. 6 plus 12. Yes. 6 plus 12, 18. So z 13 is greater than 18 is true. It is true. Right. So if it is true, so good morning will be displayed. If it is z is less than 18, then good evening will be displayed. So the answer is what? Good morning is the answer for this. Oh, sorry for that. 13 is greater than 18 is false. Sorry for that. See, 13 is greater than 18 is false, right? So false means what will be the output? Good evening will be the output. That is the answer. Sorry for that. I thought 18 is greater than 13. So z is greater than 18. So 13 is greater than 18 is false. So the answer will be good evening. So very simple questions. No, they are not very difficult questions. You can easily answer these type of questions and get marks, full marks you can get. So we'll go to the next question. So question number 16. So the decimal equivalent of D to A. So what you have to do, D is what, you know that the value of A is 10 and the value of D is 13. So D to A, what I can do, I can start with 16 power 0, 16 power 1 and 16 power 2. So now this will become D is 13. So 13 times 256 plus 2 times 16 plus 1 times 16. Sorry, 1 times 16. So now, sorry, 1 times 10, because a value of A is 10, right? No, you have to write it as 10 times 1. A is 10. 10 times 16 power 0 is 1. Right. So you have to write like this. So now this is equal to, you have to add the numbers. So 13 times 256, let's do what is 13 times 256. So that is equal to 3328 plus 16 times 2 is 32 plus 10 times 1 is 10. So 3328 plus 48, 42, right? So which will become 3370 is the answer for this. So 3370 base 10 is the answer for this. All right. Decimal equivalent of binary, same thing, 1100. So start with 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. So 1 times 8, 2 power 3 is 8, plus 1 times 2 power 2 is 4, plus 0, 0 times, so I don't give, because it is 0, 0 multiplied by anything is 0, plus 0 multiplied by anything is 0. So that is equal to 8 plus 4, that is equal to 12. So 12 to the base 2, base 10 is the answer for this. So the first one is 3370, second one is 12, right? So very simple questions. So let me go to the 13th question. So the 17th question. The 17th question is what? Which tag is used to create a paragraph in web page? Right? Paragraph means what tag you will use? You will use the paragraph tab is P. Which tag is used to create a line break? BR tag. This is the answer for this. There is no ending tag for BR. Okay. But for P there is a closing tag or ending tag. But for BR there is no ending tag or closing tag. All right. So this is the answer. Let's go to the 18th question. What header file is used for ACOS? Sorry, 1 minute. What is the header file for ACOS X and what is the header file for each digit? So for ACOS X it is math.h, math header file, and for each digit it is C type. So these are the header file for these two questions. All right, we have done with this question. So now let's move to the next question, that is 19th question. What is the ASCII value of A? Very simple. ASCII value of capital A, which is a 1 mark question. So it is answer is 65. 65 is the answer. We'll go to the next question. Expand WWW, which is again a 1 mark question. See the number that is given in the parenthesis is number of marks, right? So WWW is what? World Wide Web. So that is the answer for that. So next one is 21st question. So now we are going to give the output. So for every case statement, there will be a break, right? But there is no break for the case B. So what it does it, when there is no, see, when it reaches A, it will print A grade and break and come out of the switch. But for case B, what happens? There is no break. So it will print B grade and go to the next one, which is C grade, and then break and come out. So the answer will be B grade and C grade both, because there is no break for the B grade, right? So C grade. So this will be the output. So all right, so let's move to the next question, 22nd question. So what is the output? So either or, this one is an either or. First let us do, I think, let me see if I can paste the or question also. Yes, you see here. So let me see the first one. You see the first one is S is initialized to 0. I am declaring I. So I ranges from 1 to 5, 1 to 4, because less than 5. So 1 to 4, I is equal to S is equal to S minus I, and then I'm printing the S value of S outside the loop. So let the value of S be 1. First case, I is equal to 1, and yes. What will happen when I is equal to 1? So S is equal to S minus I. So 0 minus I, 0 minus 1, that is negative 1. So next value is it is incremented by 1. Next value is 2. So it is S is equal to S minus. So minus 1 minus 2. S is equal to what? Minus 1 now. S is equal to minus 1 minus 2. Right? So that is equal to minus 1 minus 2. That is minus 3. So next value is 3. So minus 3 minus 3 minus 6. Next value is 4. That's it. It stopped with this minus 6 minus 4. That is minus 10. So minus 10 will be the output, the final value of S. So for the second case, I is equal to 0, S is equal to 0, I is less than 5. So the starting value of I is 0 here. So in this case, in the left hand side it is 1, but in the right hand side it is 0. Right? So 0 is less than 5. It is true. So I is 0, less than 5. So the S value is initialized to 0. So 0 is less than 5. This is the first case. So what will happen? S is equal to S. So S is equal to 0 minus. So the value of I is what? Value of I is 0 now. So S minus 0. So value of S is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So next value of I is 1 because it is incremented by 1. So 1 is less than 5, true. So S is equal to S minus I. So S is 0, 0 minus 1, which is minus 1. So 2 is less than 5. So now 2 is less than 5. So I is less than 5, right? So 2 is less than 5. So S is equal to S minus I. So what is the value of I? I is 2. And S is what? S is minus 1. So minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3. So next value of I is 3. 3 is less than 5. So S is equal to, so now S is what? So S is equal to S minus I. The current value of S is negative 3. So negative 3 minus 3. So that is equal to negative 6. So next is what? 4. 4 is less than 5. Right? So S is equal to minus 6. And the value of I is 4. So minus 6 minus 5, that is equal to minus 10. So both are giving the same output. Right? So that is the answer for this. So we'll move to the next question. So which is the 23rd question. So let me see. It is an either or. Again, this one is an either or. So write a C++ program to create a structure named student with the following. So name and marks is given. We have to write a structure with the name student. So let me write it. So let me paste the answer here. So the answer is struct student. You have to start with struct student. So this is the answer for the first one. Struct student. Inside the parenthesis, you have character because name is a character array containing 20 characters. So name of 20 and marks is an integer. So int marks. So what does the following statement do? Type def int b. What does it do? So what does it do? Let me tell you. It will create a new name b for data type int. So type def will create a create a name for the data type. So it will create a name for int as b. So that is the meaning of that. So next question, find the output of the following. So listen here, very simple. So now the value of a, see there is a function. So this is a function signature. So change is the function name and int, passing an int value. So now the a is initialized to 5 and printing the value of a is equal to 5. So the first it will print a is equal to 5. It will print. After that change of a, so it will go here to this function, call the value of the, so it will pass the value of the a as b, and b will be 20. B will be 20. But what is the next statement? A is equal to, printing the value of a. So b is 20, but b is not assigned, b is not declared on the top, right? It will expire after the function. After the function ends, it will expire. So there is no value of b after the function. So change of a. So the value of a will be again 5. Right. So you have to be very careful with all these functions. Please be careful. So it is easy, not a difficult task. So let's go to 25th question. Yeah. So you have to write any two. Fill up the blanks any two, but I'll give you all the answers for all the answers. So the output stream in the file handling requires what header file? F stream header file. Seek G moves dash to a specific location, get pointer location. Input pointer is also known as get pointer. The function open has how many parameters? 2 parameters, file name and the file mode. Right. So these are 2 parameters. So you can write any two out of these 4. You can write any two. So let me go for the 26th question. So you have to say true or false for this. So state right True or false? Any two you have to write, but I'll put all the three I'll give. Considering the structure variable student PTR declares a pointer variable PTR to a student. True. So object pointers are used to create objects during runtime. True. So the true. But the last one is what? The last one is a pointer is a user-defined function which is equal to simple variable in C. False. So what is the answer? This is the answer. False. So a pointer is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable in C++. So the C is false, the rest two is true. So now we'll move to the 27th question. So you have to give one word for this. Any two you have to give, but I will give all the five. So the answer for this, you see the answer for this? Dash means arranging data in ascending or descending order. So sorting. So the second one is dash is the combination of absolute and relative reference, mixed referencing. Dash feature of OpenOffice Calc blocks or hides the data based on specific criteria. It is the filter feature. So dash is a pictorial representation of data. Chart is the pictorial representation of data. Dash is used as prefix in front of formula, equal to sign. So these are all the answers. You can write any one. So let me go to the 28th question. Now it is a section B question. So let me answer what is, it's a 2-mark question. So explain radio wave transmission or explain router. I'll give the answer for both. See, radio wave transmission is what? Data transmitted through radio frequency signals in wireless communication. In wireless communication, you have the data is transmitted through the radio frequency in radio wave transmission. What is a router? A router is a network device that forwards the data packets between the networks. This is the answer for that. Okay, let's go to the 29th question. What do you mean by data integrity and define relational database? I'll give the answers for both the questions here. You can write any one. Data integrity ensures accuracy and consistency of data in the database. What is the relational database? A data where data is stored in the form of a tables related by keys like primary key, foreign key, and all. So data is stored in the form of tables related by keys. That is relational database. What is data integrity? Ensures accuracy and consistency of data in a database. All right. Now the 30th question is the SQL queries. Write the SQL queries based on the teacher table. So teacher ID is given. Varun is the name of the teacher. 45 is the age of the teacher. M is the gender of the teacher. So what can I do? I can, and the second one is display the details of teacher whose age is above 40. So I'll give the answers for both here. So the first one is insert into teacher values. You give the values. All the strings are followed by single quotes. The numbers are just given as numbers, not within single quotes. All the characters and strings are given within single quotes. Okay, select star, details of teachers. So you have to give star from teacher where age is greater than 40. That is the answer for the second one. Okay. Write the steps to move a selected text in OpenOffice Writer. How do you do it? You have to select the text. Then you have to click cut. That is Control X you have to do. Go to the location, place the cursor and press Control V or paste. You paste, you click right click and select paste, or you press Control V. These are the steps to move a selected text in the OpenOffice Writer. All right. Now next one is 32nd question. Define empty element in an HTML with an example. So very simple. An element without an ending tag or closing tag is called an empty element. So BR. Okay, this one doesn't have the closing tag. Even the HR doesn't have the closing tag. All right. So now next one is the structure. So this is the code for the structure. So structure name is EMP. So there are two data members, EMP name and salary. EMP name is a character array of containing 20 characters. So first in the main, I'm declaring the statement. I have to initialize the variables. Then I have to get the inputs. I have to get the outputs. This is how it works. But statement one is we have to create one variable. So it's not two variable. It's one variable. It's a one variable. Struct 6 of type EMP. So what is the statement one? You have to write so what is so you have to declare it. So let me write, you have to declare the structure name is EMP followed by the structure name. So EMP followed by struct 6. This is the answer for this, and then you have to give a semicolon. So next is what? You're inputting the EMP name. Then I have to output. How do I output? You have to give COUT EMP dot EMP dot struct 6. Same thing like how you give the input, you have to give the output. Struct 6 dot EMP name. That's it. So this is how you have to give declare, and then you have to declare the object, and then you have to display, right? So very simple answers. So the next one is you have to again write a query for this. So write the SQL query to create the teacher table. And next one is define decimal and data types. So I will give the answer for this. So create table teacher TID, teacher ID. You have to give the name, age, and gender, right? So TID character of 5, name variable character of 20, age is an int, and gender is a character of 1 because you give male or M for male and F for female. So character of 1. So a TID's maximum characters can be 5 for TID. That's why character of 5 I'm giving. Variable character, it can contain any number of characters. So character of variable var of 20. So the maximum you can give 20 characters. So decimal and date, what is the difference? Decimal stores numbers with decimal points, whereas date stores the date values. So this is the answer for the 34th question. Now 35th is you have to define any two terms. Here there are 4 terms are given. I am giving, you can write any 2. Right. So what is an object? Object is an instance of a class. What are member functions? Functions defined inside the class are called member functions. What is a destructor? The function used to destroy the objects is called destructor. What is a parameterized constructor? Parameter is constructor or constructors with parameters. Very simple answers. Okay, you can write easily and it's easy. All right. Next is you have to create a web page with the following information: background color yellow, heading my web page, centered in Arial bold, size is 6, insert image nibsb.jpg with height 20 and image 15, width 15. So the answer is I'm going to give the answer for you. So the answer is very simple. This is the answer. So now I open the HTML and close the HTML tag. I open the body tag with the PG color yellow, and then center it because the heading should be centered. So center, and font face is Arial because it is given as Arial. Bold, I'm making it bold. My web page, and font size is 6. It is already given. So next one is I'm inserting the image. So IMG. So I give the source. So src is equal to nibsb.jpg. Height is equal to 20. Width is equal to 15. So very simple, right? So next one is define the following. You see tuple, candidate key, schema, logical data model, and a relation, but I will give all the 5. So tuple is nothing but a row in a table, right? A row in a group of attributes will give a row. So row is in a table. Candidate key, a attribute that uniquely identifies a record is called a candidate key. What is a schema? Structure of a database is called the schema. What is a logical data model? Representation of the data relationships is called logical data model. What is a relation? A table in a relational database is called relation. Very simple. Okay. So now next one is, there are 2 questions here, either or question. 38th question, you see it is very long question about the class, right? And or there is an or question, define multi-level inheritance with example and syntax. So let me see the first one. There is a class EMP with data members, EMP number, ename, and salary, and you have the protected function member function res. You have the public member function EMP, ENR, and disp. EMP is the constructor name, and ENR and display are the member functions of class EMP. And EMP1 class is there. It has the private members, EMP1 code, EMP1 name with an array of 20 characters, and you have the protected data member with salary 2 as the data type, and data with data type float. And you have the public member functions. EMP1 is the constructor, enter and show are the public member functions. All right. Then next is class training, which inherits 2 classes. It inherits more than 1 class, right? So it is a multiple inheritance because it is inheriting the child class training is inheriting 2 base classes, EMP and EMP1. like a child is inheriting the characteristics of both mother and the father. It is just like that. So training is having the data members T code, TR name, and start date and end date, and the training constructor is there, and the voice comments and C detail are the member functions of the training class. Now write the names of the member functions accessible from the objects of class training. So training is what? Because training inherits EMP with the public, and EMP1 as private. So private members cannot be accessed by the objects, by the names, by the objects of class training. So it can access the public member function EMP. So it will access EMP number, ename, salary, ENR, display. Member functions it is say, so there is no necessity for data members. So what are the member functions? ENR and display are the member functions of EMP because it's a public. So it will object can access ENR and display, and also it can access, because training the comments can access its own data members, the functions, that is comments training. So comments and C detail can be accessed by the objects of class training. So next one is what? Write the names of all data members accessible from the comments. From the comments, what can it access? So from the comments, so it is a member function of the training. So it will access all the data members and functions of the whole program, because member functions can access all. Only objects cannot access. Objects cannot access protected or private, but the member functions can access all. So EMP number, ename, salary, right? ENR, display, EMP code 1, EMP name, salary 2, enter, show, comments, C detail, TR code, TR name, CR, start date, end date. These are all can be accessed from comments. What are the, write the member functions accessible from the objects of class EMP1. EMP1 can access only the member functions enter and show. It cannot access the others. So define multi-level inheritance. So we have done with the first one. We are going to do the second question, or define multi-level inheritance with example and syntax. Let me give the answer for that. Multi-level inheritance. So let me give an example on that. Multi-level inheritance. You see, multi-level inheritance is a type of inheritance in which a class is derived from another class, forming a chain of inheritance. You see here, class A and class B, I'm declaring two. Class C inherits public C, right? So public class B is inheriting public A, and class C is inheriting B, right? So I am inheriting the feature of my father. My father is inheriting the feature of his father. So it is like that. So this one is multi-level inheritance. I'll give you an example on that. For example, you have an animal class. You can see here an animal class, a class dog and class puppy. So dog is inheriting the feature of an animal, and puppy is inheriting the feature of a dog. So this is a multiple level inheritance. I've given the examples. I've given the definitions of both. So the last one now is nothing but write a C++ program. Right. 1 minute. Okay, write a C++ program to create an array of elements, accept the location number from the user, insert. So you have to create an array of elements and insert an element in the array and print the new array. So what you have to do, I'll tell you, then I'll put the program in the JGrasp and then run it and show it to you. What we have to do first, let me tell you. See, this is what you have to do. First, you have to get the array elements. Suppose, listen here, last video we saw deleting an array. You have to move each element to the left. Right here, you have to move to the right. Say, for example, you have 20, you have 30, you have 5, you have 10, you have 6, you have 4. Suppose you are getting the array elements through the input, right? Suppose if I have to input, say, 25 here in this place, in this location. So what I do is I move the 4 to the right hand side here. So move the 6 to the position here. So move 10 here and move 5 here. And then what I do, I push the 25 to this place. So what I do, and then what I do is I increase the array size next. I move each number to the right. Okay, then move the given number to that location where you want to insert. This is what you have to do. So let me, what I do is, let me JGrasp. Let me open the JGrasp and then copy the program and show it to you. 1 minute. Let me first copy the program and paste it on the JGrasp so that you will understand. 1 minute. Yes. So now I'll share it. Say JGrasp is a tool to execute, compile and execute. So I'm using this tool. So what I'm doing is, this is actually inserting an array. So I get the elements. You see number of elements and see in number of elements I get, and then I get each array element. Sin A of I get each array element. Then enter the location where you want to. So you have to look, give the index. Index starts from 0, right? If you want to insert in the second position, you have to give the index as 1. If you have to insert in the third position, you have to give the index as 2. So index is, you have to give the index. So location means the index you have to give. So now enter the element, what number you have to insert, you have to give. After that, what I do is, the current element is the previous element. So what I do is, I move each element to the right hand side. That is the meaning of that. Then after that, I increase the size of the array. Then I print the array. So now I compile it. See, now I'm compiling it. It is compiled. You can see the output at the bottom. Now I'm running it. So it is asking number of elements, say 5. So I give 20, I give 30, I give 40, I give 50, I give 60. Now I'm going to enter 25 in the second location. So the index is what? Index is 1, right? So wait a minute. So enter the location. Index is 1. Enter the number to insert. So it is 15. So 20, 15. So index is 1. So 20, 15, 30, 40, 50, 60. So very simple program. So the next program I'll tell you. So the next program is what? So the second program, you see, C++ program that accepts two numbers, passes them to a function which subtracts them and returns the difference to the main program. So that is what you have to do. Again, I'm going to go with the program. So I'll paste the program and show it to you. In the JGrasp, I'm going to do that. Wait a minute. Yes. So this is the JGrasp. I'm going to, yeah. Now I think you might have seen you might be seeing this program. See, I am having a function subtract whose yes, you see the function starts with int. Int is a return type, integer. So a minus b will return an integer. So I have given the return type as int. So inside the main, x, y are the two values, and difference is the value value that contains the subtracted values of the two values. So enter two numbers. I'm going to give the get the inputs, and difference is equal to subtract. I call the function with the two parameters x, y. So now return a minus b. So it will subtract and put the values in the difference variable. So difference is equal to diff. So I print the difference. So I compile this program. You see, successfully compiled. I run the program. So it is asking for two numbers. So I give 30, I give 27. So the answer is difference is 3. So 39 questions have been done actually. So we have done with the video today. We'll see one more question paper, past year question paper is left out, which we'll do in the next session. For now, I'm going to end this video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.